amidst the flashing lights.
Afternoon baseball here on the show. Today it's Grapefruit League action between the Miami Marlins and the Houston Astros. Astros baseball starts right now. Justin Verlander, a Virginia-born right-hander, gets the ball to start this one. Dan Plesac, what's the word on him?
Well, as you can see, he's a tall drink of water out there, especially on the mound. That can really work to your advantage because you work on more of a downhill plane and you typically get more extension to the plate on your release. The key, though, is that he has to be out front with his release point or he'll be more likely to miss up in the zone.
Now into the box, John Birdie. He will lead this one off today. And now a check swing, but did he hold up in time? No, swung the bat, says Clyde Washington. It's strike one. Swing and a miss, and he's in control. 0-2. Nothing in 2 count, and the pitch. And now a slider is swung on and missed, and the leadoff man is set down to open up the ball game.
Boy, that's really disappointing for a guy that has wheels, right? All he wants to do is get on base and take advantage of the strength of his game, which is his speed. But with the strikeout right there, you can't get on first base if you strike out.
Standing in now, Miguel Rojas, as he takes a fastball off the plate for a ball, 1-0. That's inside. 2-0. Should be a picture-perfect afternoon for baseball. 78 degrees at first pitch. 2-0 count. Here it comes. Strike called. 2-1. Swing and a little blooper to center. In there, a base hit.
Batting third, the center fielder, number 6, Starling Marte.
Here's Starling Marte. Fly ball out to right field. Chasing after it is Tucker. He tracks it down and makes the play to record the second out.
Batting fourth, the right fielder, number 14, Adam Duvall.
So a runner at first with 2 away. And up next, former San Francisco minor league property Adam Duvall. He's set. Here it comes. Swing and a miss, and he's in the hole. 0-2 now.
Down 0-2 to a guy with this much weaponry, 5 pitches he can go to.
We'll have to press pause as that strike 3 to retire the side. Off to a great start in this one. And now the Astros will go to work for the first time. No score. Pablo Lopez, the right-hander from Venezuela, gets the starting nod in this one. Dan Plesac, what do you got?
Well, this guy's kind of unique. How about a 5-pitch repertoire that he has? That gives him a lot of options for both righties and lefties. And if he's on, he could be really tough to hit.
Striding in is Michael Brantley. He'll lead things off here in the bottom half of the first.
Astros, the left fielder, Michael Brantley.
Here it comes. Fastball called for strike 2.
Well, the key for him on the mound is to keep the ball down. Certainly, hollow of the knee or lower. Sinker changeup guy, if he's going to succeed against this lineup, he's got to keep the ball down.
1 ball and 2 strikes to count. And that's into the corner, a foul ball and right. Now another 1-2. Lifted down the line in left. Here comes Dickerson, and this is going to get down. It's a foul ball. Set to deal on a ball and 2 strikes.
Boy, not what you want coming out of the gate as a pitcher, right? You don't want to have to show all of your pitches this early on in the game, but that's a quality at bat. And what does it make you do as a pitcher? You have to use a lot of your pitches, and the more pitches a hitter sees, the better chance they have to make good contact.
And he pops him up, drifting toward the left side of the infield. Rojas has got it, and the first out is recorded.
Batting second, the center fielder, number 3.
Next up is Miles Straw. Now the first pitch. And a bit too high with that one. It's 1-0. A ball and a strike. Straw handles the bat well against right-handed pitching. Doesn't have a lot of pop, but he does make contact, and of course he's always using his wheels to his advantage.
Yeah, and in today's game, how refreshing is it to watch this guy absolutely get down the first base line? I can't tell you what this does to a defense.
Here comes the 1-2. Well hit the other way, and it's into the gap. Around first, digging for 2. And he's not stopping. He wants 3. And he's in there at third with a 1-out triple.
The second this thing got past the outfielder, you knew it was at least a double, possibly a triple, but he turns on the afterburners and is safely into third.
That'll bring up Yordan Alvarez. Into right field, that's a base hit. The run comes across to score, and they jump ahead 1-0. Just an absolute laser that time, screaming off the bat, if you will. And Showtrack tells us it went out at 112 miles an hour. Those are the line drives you can hear as they go by. And that'll bring up Alex Bregman. He swings and misses. Throw down.
Not every catcher can make that throw, so that was pretty special. Benito Santiago made throwing from his knees famous when he was playing, but it's a really tough one to pull off. That's a long throw without any legs underneath you, so hats off to him on that one.
Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. 2 out, nobody on. And he looks at a ball, 1-2.
Hey, if you're going to throw a pitch like that to this guy, that's right where you want to miss. Any lower, and he'll probably make you pay for it.
Did well just to make contact there as he spoils off a good changeup. The next 1-2 pitch. Still a ball and 2 strikes. Turned on that one and crushed it. Just pulled it a little foul.
You know, taking you inside the mind of a batter right here, you can't get in auto swing mode. You still have to control the strike zone.
Keeps fighting him off. The 8th pitch of the at-bat coming up. Still 1-2. Fouled away. Neither guy giving in. Here's the next one. And he struck him out. A 10-pitch battle, but he finally wears him down as the inning is over. Astros plate one on a couple of hits. Leading off the inning, it'll be Corey Dickerson as they'll look to spark the offense and even things up.
Corey Dickerson.
Here's the first pitch. Fouled off. The 1-1 home is swung on and missed, and that's strike two. Smoked on the ground left side, and a base hit, so the leadoff man is on to begin the inning.
Boy, just when you like to get one of those shutdown innings, the leadoff guy ends up reaching base right now, and you're looking for that 1-2 inning. Now you have to pitch out of the stretch.
Yeah, I can't tell you how that lights up an offensive dugout right there, getting that leadoff guy on. So many options, puts the pitcher on the defensive and in the stretch.
And he'll try to check his swing here, but he'll have no such luck. It's strike one. Fastball here, not close, and it's 1-1 now. And there are our umpires calling balls and strikes is Mr. Ed Drummond.
Yeah, Matty, we got a good one behind the dish today in Ed Drummond. Well liked by all people, pitchers, batters, managers. All you want as a player is the ability to talk to someone. And that's what Ed does. He gives you that chance.
Zero, you hit a nail right on the head. He has a real long fuse. He's not afraid to let a hitter or a pitcher.
Oh, it takes a nasty hop, and he's unable to haul it in. And they keep rolling here. They're runners at the corners with still nobody out.
It's so important, Mark, to start to make quality pitches, and if you don't, this is what can happen. Two batters, two base hits, first and third, nobody out.
Yeah, and you just got to prepare yourself as an offensive player. You're just trying to get the runner in from third. You can't worry about creating a monster inning. Do your job.
And that'll bring in Garrett Cooper as he looks at a fastball that misses off the plate for ball one. And they're runners at the corners now. The 1-0.
Has to be a challenge pitch coming up here. He probably doesn't want to flirt with loading the bases.
Here comes the 2-0 pitch. 3-0 now.
If he concedes the walk here, he's in real trouble of giving up a big inning. It's not all that bad yet, but dealing with the bases loaded will make it pretty tough to wiggle out of.
He's set. Here's the 3-0. And he misses with it. Ball four. So that'll load the bases. And now he's really going to need to get a ground ball.
That's a big no-no. He obviously had to work carefully with two men on, but he did not want to walk him to load the bases. Now he's really got his work cut out for him. We'll see how he fares here.
So stepping in is Jesus Aguilar. A potential tying run for him at third base. From the stretch. Right through it here. And he's behind 0-1.
Pitcher on the mound has to find a way to minimize damage right here. Got to believe he's willing to trade 2 outs for a run.
The 0-1 delivery. Swung on, but it's pulled foul wide of third.
Obviously a huge situation in the game here, but at the plate he's got to keep it simple. He can't try to do too much just because the bases are juiced. At the very least, just find a way to get that tying run home from third.
To 1-2 now. And he fouls this one off. Needs a punch out here. Can he get it? Dickerson on third, Anderson at second, Cooper on at first with nobody out. And a swing and a miss on a huge first out there as he sets him down swinging with the bases loaded.
That was a good job there of using the batter's aggressiveness against him. He was putting up a good fight and fouling a lot of balls off. So as a pitcher, it's a great idea to expand the zone even more and make the hitter really chase after something that's even hard to foul off.
Now this is popped up. Room, however, behind the plate for Castro. And he will make the catch back there as they're a step closer to getting out of this with 2 away now. So here is John Birdie trying to bring in the tying run from third here. Trying to hang a 0. Here's the pitch. Too low, 1-0.
Hey, this pitcher's going to have to step off the mound right here and refocus. Take a deep breath, something. Can't keep falling behind and creating traffic. It puts everybody on edge, not only himself, his defense, and especially his manager.
A ball and 2 strikes.
Hey, this is a huge pitch right here. It would be demoralizing to watch this inning slip away.
Popped him up. Castro is there as he makes the catch, and they'll tightrope out of danger as he strands the bases loaded. Marlins leave all 3. They trail this one 1-0. Here's the second baseman, Jose Altuve, as they'll have 5, 6, and 7 here to start the home half of the second.
Jose Altuve.
First offering. And it's fouled away. Now the 0-1. This one's outside, quite a bit off the plate that time. One and 2 now as that one's fouled off. Into the windup and the pitch. And he wasn't going to hit that one with an or. The strikeout, and there's one gone.
Pretty textbook breaking ball for the punch out right there. Got it to bend a lot, and by the time it got there, it had fallen completely out of the zone. Not much you can do with that pitch.
So next to swing the bat will be Carlos Correa. As the first pitch misses to him, it's ball 1. A 1-0 delivery. One out, nobody on. No offer at the curve that time, and it's knotted up at 2-2.
So you'd love for him to offer at that one, but the execution was flawless. Nice curveball that starts in the zone and breaks just out. Just a great take by the batter.
The 2-2 one more time. Lifted in the air toward the line and right. Long run for the right fielder. He gets there and makes a fine running play for the second out.
The right fielder.
Digging in next, Kyle Tucker trying to make something happen with 2 gone in the bottom of the second. Now the first pitch. And that's high for a ball, 1-0. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. Waved at and missed as he took something off there. 1-1. Up high. 2-1 now. Now here's the pitch. Cut fastball that time, but he doesn't bite, and now it's 3-1.
This is a good at-bat so far here with 2 away. If you're going to go down 1, 2, 3, at least make the guy work for it. He's doing that, and he's even gotten himself into a good hitter's count now.
Count full, 3 balls and 2 strikes. Now the 3-2 pitch. Curveball, but a good job to lay off, and he works out the free pass.
And you can tell by his body language that he's beyond frustrated by that call. He's got to be wondering what he's got to do, but the last thing he needs to do is to let it get under his skin. That will only make things worse.
So here's Yuli Gurriel, man at first after the 2-out walk. He's set, and the pitch.
Wow, that's 40 pitches for him already. This doesn't have the makings of a start that he's going to go very deep.
One 1-0 pitch on the way.
I like the way they're making him work out on that mound. They've taken a lot of early pitches right here. It's going to benefit them in the later innings.
To the left side, but it's well foul. The 2-1 is strike 2 swinging.
Hey, this guy's got an 89-mile-an-hour changeup. There was a time when 89 was a pretty good fastball.
Now a fastball as he just reared up and let that one fly, and the inning is over. Astros leave 1. We play 2 innings. It's 1-0. Top of the 3rd set to get underway, and stepping in is the veteran shortstop, Miguel Rojas.
Miguel Rojas.
Ready to deal. Here comes the first pitch. Sends that one out of play for strike 1.
I love everything this pitcher's got working right now. He's got presence. He's got great body language on the mound. He's got fastball command and a nice early feel for his off-speed stuff.
1-1 the count. And now a pitch on the way.
Hey, usually the second time through the order you start seeing an incorporation of some more off-speed stuff. But this guy's locating, feeling really good about his fastball. 2 back-to-back.
Count even at 2-2. Into the windup and the pitch. Swung on and missed. Really fooled him that time for the first out.
Really good late bite on that slider right there. The best ones have that late action that just darts at the last minute. They're so tough to get the bat on, and when you've got that good slider going, it's a great strikeout pitch.
Digging in next will be Starling Marte, as he lays off a fastball too low for ball 1. Flied out in his first at-bat, so make him 0 for 1 so far. The 1-0 home. Ripped on the ground to first. Gurriel scoops it up, and he'll step on first himself for the out. Now it'll be Adam Duvall. He went down on strikes in his last at-bat.
Yeah, and he didn't put up much of a fight either, Matty. Gotta find a way. Can't go down 3 pitches. I don't care if you're staring at him or swinging at him. You have to find a way to make this pitcher work a little bit harder.
Too high, 1-0.
Wouldn't mind the pitcher expanding the zone a little bit more and using his aggressiveness against him.
And that pitch misses in the dirt, and it's 2-0 now. Right side, but it's going to be a foul ball. Now the 2-1. 2 out, nobody on. And it's up to a 3-2 full count now.
Oh, he's got that beautiful 12-6 curveball, doesn't he? It's part of what makes him as good as he is, and he has a lot of confidence in it. He'll even throw it behind the count at times.
Slider whiffed on for strike 3. A great pitch to put an end to the inning. Miami down in order. They're down 1-0. And now here is Jason Castro. He'll lead things off here in this one-run contest.
The catcher, Jason Castro.
Here's the first pitch to him. And he throws the fastball by him here. 0-1.
Hey, either this hitter needs a cup of coffee or he was sitting off speed right there.
1-1 to Jason Castro.
You know he's probably cheating on that inside pitch after he got jammed earlier. If you're on the mound right now, you want to try to hit that outside corner, and there's a pretty good chance you'll get him to roll over something.
The 1-1. And he lays off a pitch outside as they draw even at 2-2. Full count now, 3-2.
Well, you don't see it all that often, but this might be a good time for a 3-2 change. If he can locate it, it's nearly impossible to hit.
Swing and a miss as he starts the third the same way he ended the second, with a punch out, 1 away.
Leading off the inning, your job is to get on base and set the table for the inning. That was a pretty good at bat that he pushed the count to 3-2 and made the pitcher work, but I think he'd like to have that 3-2 pitch back. Pretty sure that was ball 4 he went after.
Here's Michael Brantley. And on the first pitch, he grounds foul. 0 for 1 here in the early going. The windup and the 0-1. Sharp ground ball toward the hole. And that is going to sneak on through into right. It's a 1-out single.
Now back, number 3.
To the plate now, Miles Straw. Just able to get a piece of that for strike 1. He found his way over to third via a triple in his first at-bat. He's set. Here's the 0-1. And here's the ball lifted high into foul ground down the right field line. And no one will track it down. Brantley stands at first with 1 out. Timing just a tick off there as this one's fouled off to the right. Here's another 0-2.
Nope. That's inside.
Lifted in the air toward the line and right. And that'll get down for a base hit. And they'll have runners at the corners following the 1-out single.
Hey, not a bad pitch right there. Off-speed pitch down in the zone. You thought he would set that up pretty well. The previous pitch was a real good fastball up.
Yeah, I think the hitter was sitting all over that one, Dan. I really do. He saw that fastball up for show. I think he thought to himself, here comes the off-speed.
So now to the plate, Yordan Alvarez. No balls and a strike to count. And he's got runners at the corners here with only 1 gone. Oh, and 1, here it comes. And this is high, a ball and a strike.
Everyone in the ballpark knows what the pitcher's intentions are in this situation. Great job at the plate to lay off a tough pitch in a good spot.
And he lays off for a ball, 2-1.
Hey, lots of guys get too aggressive in a spot like this, but he's done a nice job of gaining some count leverage. Look for him to put the ball in play hard.
The 2-1 home. Taken on the outside corner for strike 2.
Can't come out of his game plan right here. He knows he's a known sinker baller. I know it was a 4-seamer right there, but get back to that 2-seam. It's what his MO is.
Here now the 2-2. Throw over to first. Back in standing. Runners are at first and third, 1 away. Now a curveball knocked down at home plate. And it's not in time as he's in well ahead of the throw. Payoff pitch home, and this misses for ball 4. The second walk he surrendered here in the first 3 innings.
I'm sure the manager is fine with that. He tried to entice him with that 3-2 pitch, but he didn't take the bait. First base was open, though, so he just needs to make a good pitch for a ground ball.
Stepping in once again is Alex Bregman. 0 for 1 for him here in this one. From the stretch, here's the pitch. And that misses for ball 1.
We're only in the 3rd inning, and his pitch count is above 60. That's not being too efficient with your pitches.
The 1-0. Line drive to center field. And that's in there. Base hit. 1 run is scored. Throw won't get him.
You'll only see about 10 of these pitches a year. The changeup on a tee in the middle of the plate. But tip your hat to the batter right there. He did not come unglued, stayed within himself, and drove it for a base hit.
So up to the plate next will be Jose Altuve as he lines it out to center. That's in there. Base hit. And a good throw is going to hold that runner at third, so they're loaded now with only 1 away.
Number 1.
They've gotten their hits in deep counts. They've gotten their hits in early counts. This has been a real onslaught.
Yeah, you can look at it one of 2 ways, Matty. Either they have a ton of respect for the man on the mound and they are just going to ambush tactics and it seems to work for them, or you can look at it the other way. They're just getting lucky.
Carlos Correa is at the plate now, and he takes a cold strike. Comes set, and the 0-1.
You can really tell about how effective this guy's going to be when guys are swinging at that changeup. So far in this one, they've been real smart to let it go.
Swing and a miss on the fastball, and it's 1-2.
That's what you call a challenge fastball right there, boys. I don't know if he was necessarily trying to miss up in the zone like he did, but he got away with it right there and put the fastball by him.
And this is swung on and missed. Oh, a huge punch out there as the bases remain loaded with 2 away now. And now in the box, Kyle Tucker, 8th batter of the inning now with the bases loaded and 2 away. Now here's the first offering. High fly ball out to deep right field. Gone! It's a grand slam. So he will touch them all on the grand slam as this lead swells to 7-0.
Wow, you can understand what the pitcher's thinking. He doesn't have an empty base, and he needs to get ahead of the count. All he wants to do is get that first pitch over for a strike, but the batter knew the same thing, and he jumped all over it, smashing it into seats for a 4-run blast.
Daniel Castano will come out now and make his first first appearance of the spring.
Number 72. The first baseman, number 10.
Now the Cuban import, Yuli Gurriel. As he will take strike one on the fastball here. No balls and a strike. Looking to put the ball in play here. He went down on strikes in his first at-bat. A swinging strike, and now it's 0-2.
This is a perfect time for him to break out that nasty changeup. Great arm action on it and bury something in the dirt. Try and get a swing and a miss.
Cooper is there, and he makes the catch to retire the side. So they strike for 6 in the inning as there's the big blow. The grand slam home run. We played 3 full. It's now 7-0. Zach Greinke, a 6'2" right-hander, jogs in to take over on the mound. New inning set to get underway, and that'll bring forth the veteran outfielder, Corey Dickerson.
They've gotten a gut punch to start this game. There's no doubt about this, but that's when you have to turn the scoreboards off. Everybody do their job one at-bat at a time.
He's ready. Here's the first pitch. And a curveball in for a strike. A softly hit ball here, foul, off to the left side, and it's strike 2 now. Hit on the ground out to short. Throw to first in time. 1 gone here in the 4th.
Up next for the Marlins.
Stepping up is Brian Anderson. Career line against Greinke. He's a 300 hitter, 3 for 10. Here's the first pitch to him.
Nope.
The 1-0.
Hey, it looks like this guy's going to work in the upper part of the strike zone. It'll be interesting to see if this lineup can adjust to the way he pitches.
No runs, 3 hits, and no errors in the game for the Marlins. No offer on that one. 2 balls and a strike. Into the corner and slicing foul. Here now the 2-2. And another foul ball. The 2-2 one more time. Is laid off and the count runs full.
You can certainly tell at bats like this one frustrate the heck out of a pitcher, but you got to find a way to stay composed and execute your plan.
Just short, hit hard, and that's through for a hit.
Dan, how frustrating that must be. 8 pitch at bat, and he's able to work a base hit.
Dero, he threw everything but the kitchen sink at him. He threw off-speed pitches, fastballs, and on the 8th pitch, left one out over the plate, just enough for a base hit.
At the plate, Garrett Cooper, and he takes ball 1. Worked a walk in his first plate appearance. That evens it up 1-1. Anderson, a runner at first with 1 gone in the inning. ground ball right side. Gurriel brings it in. The second for one. Over to Gurriel for an inning-ending double play. No runs on a hit, no errors, and no one left. To the bottom of inning number 4 we go. It's the Astros 7 and the Marlins nothing. Digging in will be Jason Castro. Struck out in his last trip to the plate.
Yeah, but it was a good changeup, Matty. Good arm action on that pitch. Look for him to try and stay back a little bit more. Let the ball get a little deeper. Don't be shocked if this pitcher tries to rush a heater right here.
He's ready. Here's the 0-1. Lays off the sinker here. A ball and a strike. Now the fastball is swung on and missed. Here comes the 1-2.
I got to count 2-2.
And it's 3-2 now to the number 9 hitter.
Good pitch, and I think he locked him up, but he wasn't rewarded for it this time.
And that misses for ball 4. It's a leadoff walk that starts the bottom of the 4th.
And that's what you want from your leadoff hitter. Shows some great patience and discipline, making the pitcher labor to start the game. The result is a leadoff walk and a chance to make some early noise.
And here's the left-handed hitting Michael Brantley as he looks at a fastball that's in there for strike 1. Oh, 1, here it comes. And this catches the zone as well. It's 0-2 now.
Surprised the pitcher would even go to the top of the zone looking for a double play in this situation.
7 runs, an equal number of hits, no errors in the ballgame for the Astros to this point. Pitch taken several inches below the zone, in fact.
That's the heavy sinker right there. He has the ability to get ground balls when he needs them, potential double play situations, or to get that jam job with no one on base, that tapper right back to the pitcher. One of the toughest pitches to hit in the game. You don't see that too much in today's game. Most guys, it doesn't matter what the count is, they're looking to line them, drive the ball out of the ballpark. Not the case here. Good 2-strike adjustment, able to punch a ground ball through a hole for a single.
In now, Miles Straw. That's popped up. And that's going to get the job done. It's a base hit. And the runner from second is in to score.
Beggars can't be choosers right there. We love those long darts. Doesn't matter how they come. Jammed off the end of the bat, doesn't matter.
Into the box, Yordan Alvarez. Lifted the other way to left center. Marte's after it. And the play is made, but this should be good enough for an RBI as the runner from third tags up. And he will get in to score, and it's a run batted in on the sacrifice fly.
Always productive to score runs when you can. And that sacrifice fly right there drives home the second run of the inning.
Ready now is Alex Bregman, 1 for 2 in the ballgame thus far. He comes set. Here's the 0-0 pitch. And this is on the outside corner for strike 1.
Hey, I still believe in my heart the best pitch is a well-executed fastball down and away, and that's exactly what that is. He swings at that. That's off the end of the bat. That's not hard contact at all, and that's an easy out for the defense.
Pops this one up. Birdie has a play, and he brings it in for the second out of the inning.
Now batting, second baseman
At the plate now is Jose Altuve. From the belt, the pitch. Straw leads off first with a pair of outs in the inning. Out in front there as this one's pulled off to the left side.
Man, he wants that swing back. He'll be thinking about that all night. He crushed that ball. He just needs to stay back a little longer.
A swinging bunt out in front of the plate. Throw to first beats him easily, and the side is retired. So it's 2 runs on 2 hits, no errors, and a runner left. On to the top of inning number 5 we go. It's the Astros 9 and the Marlins nothing. Forrest Whitley, the tall right-handed reliever, takes over pitching duties out of the bullpen now.
Forrest Whitley.
All ready to go in the top of the 5th. And standing in is the DH, Jesus Aguilar.
The designated hitter, Jesus Aguilar.
Now here's the first offering.
That's a tough pitch right there. Curveball, kind of front hip. Your first move is to bail a little bit and kind of not want to get hit by that pitch. I can totally understand him taking that first strike.
The windup and the 0-1. Tried to get him to go after the slider, but it's 1-1. Aguilar, 30 years of age. He's a veteran of 7 years at the major league level. A little behind on that swing, and now he'll try to shorten up maybe and protect the plate. Fouled away. Here he comes again, 1-2. Oh, a fastball swung on and missed, and for the second time today, he's gone on strikes.
Well, you gotta love a live young arm. He's got an electric fastball, and if he can learn to harness that and work in his solid secondary stuff, he's going to have a really nice career on the mound. Not everyone is gifted with a fastball like that.
Into the box now, Jorge Alfaro. As he'll go after the first pitch to him and comes up empty, it's strike 1. Comes into this at bat 0 for 1 in the ball game. Now a ball hit pretty well to the left, but this is going to wind up in the seats foul.
You can definitely tell with that foul off right there that he's picking up spin on this pitcher's off-speed stuff. Maybe expect a fastball on this next one.
And he strikes him out as well. So 2 punch-outs to begin the outing out of the pen.
No problems for him on the mound since he's come out of the pen to start this inning. That's back-to-back Ks, and he's making it look pretty easy. This has the makings of a good outing so far.
At the plate now, John Birdie. As he'll take a look at ball 1. He's hitless in his 2 at-bats so far. Perhaps a little low there. It's 2-0. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. Too tight with that one. 3-0. Miguel Rojas would be next if they can keep this inning alive. Now the 3-0 offering.
He must know something we don't know. That was a center cut heater with count leverage in a big spot. I don't understand why he's taking.
Fastball is taken for a strike, and he runs it full 3-2. This should end the inning as it's sent out to second. On to the first baseman, Gurriel, and that will end the inning. 1, 2, 3 go the Marlins. They're looking up at a 9-0 deficit. Trevor Rogers, the 6'5" left-hander, takes over on the mound now.
Number 28, Trevor Rogers.
Back with Mark DeRosa and Dan Plesac, Matt Vasgersian, as the Puerto Rican sensation and former #1 overall pick Carlos Correa gets set to start the inning. Here's the first pitch to him. Carlos Correa stands in as he checks his swing here for strike one. Now the 0-1. This one's outside, quite a bit off the plate that time. Marlins have some action in the bullpen now as a right-hander is up and throwing. Now the 1-1 pitch. 1-2 now. Pitch on the way. Line drive, and that's a base hit into center field. So the Astros put a man aboard to get the inning underway.
Dan, he took that right back at his face right there. Exactly what you're trying to do. Middle cut, though. Are you a little concerned?
Yeah, that's a case of a ball being right down the middle. As a pitcher, you want to work the corners and stay out of that middle part of the zone, and he paid for it right there with a solid base hit.
Standing in now, Kyle Tucker, as he'll take a look at a slider here that misses for ball one. Correa gets his lead at first, nobody out. 2 balls and no strikes.
Hey, always a good idea to take a couple of pitches when you're facing a young arm like this one. And now he's put himself in a real good hitter's count.
Outside and low, 3-0.
I love the ability to hold up right there, especially with count leverage. I know you want to get aggressive in the strike zone, but he was able to notice that that wasn't his pitch.
3-0 pitch. He loses him on ball 4.
Always tough to issue a free pass, but especially troublesome when you give up a single right before that to start the inning. We'll see if he can figure out a way to wiggle out of this.
Next to hit is Yuli Gurriel. Popped into foul ground his last time up.
Yeah, Matt, he's got to make an adjustment right here. His swing definitely broke down, dropped his back shoulder, and thus the result was a terrible pop-up foul.
All over that one, but a little out in front. Foul ball. A swing, and he pops him up on the infield, and the infield fly rule will be in effect here. Jason Castro, the catcher, is in.
The catcher, Jason Castro.
First pitch of the AB on its way. Ready with the 0-1. And a check swing here as he couldn't help himself, and it's ruled strike 2. And a wave and a miss on a ball that was way out of the strike zone. There are 2 away now.
That's not an at-bat he or his hitting coach are going to be happy with at all. It's bad enough to go down on 3 pitches, but none of them were even in the strike zone. That's a bad look.
Stepping in now, Michael Brantley. He'll swing and lift a ball foul off to the left and out of play. He's 2 for 3 and looking for more here. He's ready. Here's the 0-1. swing and a miss as he chased with 2 strikes, and that will retire the side. Back-to-back strikeouts keep him out of danger. We're back with more from the Grapefruit League after this. Jake Odorizzi takes over to start the 6th inning on the mound.
Number 17, Jake Odorizzi.
Top half of the 6th about to get started, and coming forward now is the shortstop, Miguel Rojas. The pitch. First pitch of the inning is taken downstairs for a ball. It's 1-0. And he falls behind now, 2-0. Now the pitch. Odorizzi hails from the Prairie State of Illinois. He was a first-round pick during the 2008 draft.
Yeah, he has turned himself into a really nice ball player. I wouldn't put him on a superstar level, but you know what? They didn't miss with this pick either. You go into high rounds and you carve out a career the way this guy has, nice pick.
3-1 to the Marlins middle infielder. Tough pitch to lay off, but he did, and it's ball 4, so the leadoff hitter's aboard to start the 6th.
Boy, oh boy, that's a tough one for the pitcher. He's definitely wondering, where the heck was that pitch? I think he called it high, but our strike zone says otherwise.
Up next, Starling Marte, 0 for 2 on the afternoon so far. Here's the first pitch. Popped up. Under it is Altuve, and he's got it for the first down. So here's the cleanup hitter for Miami, Adam Duvall. Previous meetings with Jake Odorizzi, he's gone 2 for 8. He's ready. Here's the first pitch. The 1-0 delivery. That's by him for strike 1.
Good thing he didn't make contact with that pitch. Only thing he could do is probably hit that on the ground. It could be a double play ball.
The 1-1 is laid off for ball 2.
A couple strikeouts early in the game, but he's done a much better job in this at bat trying to get ahead and put himself in a good hitter's count.
High fly ball out to straightaway center. Strong is there to put it away, and the runner will be forced to retreat back to first. Next to dig in, Corey Dickerson. He was retired via the ground ball last time up. Now the first pitch. Here's a drive out toward left center field. Rojas rounds third and is digging for the plate. And he's safe at the plate as they inch back here, but there's still a ways to go.
Great piece of hitting here. Man on first, and they're playing him to pull, but he crosses them up and goes the other way with it, making the outfielder cover a lot of extra ground. That allowed the runner to come all the way around from first to score, and that was a great piece of hitting.
In now, Brian Anderson, as he'll send a ground ball down to third. On to the first baseman, Gurriel, and that will end the inning. Marlins forced to settle for 1. 2, 3, and 4 due up in the home half of the 6th. It's the Astros 9 and the Marlins 1. Edward Cabrera enters to do the pitching in the bottom of the 6th.
Number 79, Edward Cabrera.
Now to the plate, here is Miles Straw. He'll have the opportunity to kick things off as we begin the home 6th. Here's the first pitch. The 1-0.
Looks like he's pitching pretty cautiously right here, but that happens when a guy's 3 for 3 on the day. Usually he's a guy you challenge a little bit more, but I guess he's earned some respect in this one.
Hit out towards second. Scooped up. And there's one down now. To the plate now is the designated hitter, Yordan Alvarez. Drove in a run with a sac fly last time up. Here's the first pitch to him. Lifted the other way out to left center. Dickerson on the move. He tracks it down and makes the play to record the second out. And that'll bring up the former first-rounder Alex Bregman. Now the pitch. Action in the bullpen now as a right-hander begins to throw out there. Into his windup. Here comes the 1-0. Here's a hard hit ball that'll be caught out there at short. Unlucky that time, and that ball will end the inning. Pedro Baez is on to pitch from the bullpen now to start inning number 7.
Number 52, Pedro Baez.
Now at the plate, Garrett Cooper.
Leading off for the Marlins, the first baseman, Garrett Cooper.
From the stretch. Low for ball 1.
Counts 1-0.
The 1-0 home. Little tardy on that swing as it's well wide of first. The 1-1 home. Waves and misses for strike number 2.
Yeah, guys, he's got so much respect for this guy's fastball. You could tell he was out in front on that slider. I think he goes to the well one more time with that pitch.
Good job going down and hanging with it that time. Now a fastball, but that's easy to lay off, and it's back to even at 2-2. And opposite field as he lines this down the line in right. Now this will rattle up against the wall. And he'll pull into second here with nobody out.
Well, it isn't exactly earth-shattering, but when you struggle like they have at the plate all day, you take any extra base hit that you can get. If they can string together a few at-bats like that, they're going to get right back into this thing.
To the plate now, Jesus Aguilar, fouled off. A 1 pitch on its way, and he fouls this one off. Looking to put him away. Here's the 0-2. Cooper stands at second with no outs. And a classic 0-2 pitch as the changeup misses low, and it's 1-2 now.
That's a good but risky take there. On 0-2, some umpires have no problem ringing you up on a pitch that close.
Here comes the 1-2. Is swung on and missed. He got him. Got him with a good high fastball there. Danny, we see a lot of that pitch in strikeout situations these days. What makes it so effective?
I think, Matt, what makes it such a tough pitch is you're changing eye levels. That fastball up looks so enticing to hit that you see that ball as a hitter, you think you can drive it, but it's really hard to get on top of that good high hard fastball.
Into the box now, Jorge Alfaro. A fastball here as he'll take a look at ball 1. 1-0. 0 for 2 for him to this point. Called strike at the knees. Evens the count at 1-1. Runner at second here with 1 man out. This one's down to third. Bregman gloves it, and that's the second out. Jesus Sanchez will look to provide a little 2-out thunder off the bench as he'll hit with a runner at second and 2 away. Now here's the first offering. Runner in scoring position with 2 gone. Oh, and 1, here it comes.
Oh, that's out.
And it's fouled away. Here comes the 1-2. Is taken for ball 2. 2 out here and a runner at second. Swinging a ball hit on the ground. Fouled away. The 2-2 one more time. Down the line and fair. That's a hit. The throw into second. And now he'll get into scoring position with 2 away. So much of this game is situational hitting, guys. Nice job there.
Yeah, you've got to find a way to pick your teammates up when you're given the chance, and he doesn't try to do too much right here. He just takes what's there. Safely on second, and his buddy is high-fiving teammates in the dugout.
Isan Diaz will get a shot here as a pinch hitter.
Number 1, Isan Diaz.
He's set. Here it comes. Outside part of the plate. The changeup is in there. And he takes this one high. 1-1. Ground ball sent back up the middle, and that's through into center field. Base hit. He'll come home with it. And they're not going to get him. He's in there at the plate.
You know what I like right there, Dan, is the batter's approach. Not trying to do too much, just taking it right back up the chute again, staying within himself, and just knowing that anything to the outfield gets him an RBI.
Now, that's a good piece of hitting. That's a great point, D-Roy. I think a lot of times hitters go up there trying to do a little bit too much. Sometimes you just have to go ahead and hit the ball where it's pitched, and a good job and a run batted in.
Jose Devers is at the plate as he takes a called strike 1, trying to keep things going now with a runner at first following the RBI single. Now the 0-1.
1-1.
Somebody's getting frustrated. He's not used to getting hit around like this.
A runner on first with 2 away. To 2-2 now. Sure took a healthy hack that time.
Man, hard to understand why a guy who runs so well would take such a big hack like that one.
Struck him out. So it's 2 runs on 3 hits, no errors, and a runner left on. 7th inning stretch time here at the ballpark. Houston leads this one 9-3. Isan Diaz will stay in the ball game as a new shortstop.
Now playing shortstop, number 1.
Yimi Garcia comes on to pitch now, hoping for better results than the other arms that they've run out there in this one.
Yimi Garcia.
Jazz Chisholm is also into the ball game now as he takes over at second. Magneuris Sierra will also come in now as he takes over out in center. Aledmys Diaz is up off the bench as he'll be asked to get something started in the home half of the 7th. First pitch on the way. Sharp ground ball to third. A dive and he knocks it down. And a good try to recover that time, but he'll beat it out as he's aboard to kick off the inning.
Now batting, the shortstop,
Garrett Stubbs will come on to pinch hit now with a runner at first and nobody out.
Number 11, Garrett Stubbs.
From the stretch. A swinging strike, and now it's 0-2.
I think it's about time to choke up on that bat and get that foot down. He's awfully tardy right now.
Looking to put him away. Here's the 0-2. Fouled off. The next 0-2. Gets him swinging. He struck him out.
That strikeout was all about setting the hitter up with hard stuff. You can see the first 3 pitches are coming in fast, and then he slows it down on the 4th pitch, knowing the hitter is sort of conditioned for the hard stuff. Yet another way to upset a hitter's timing.
At the plate, Kyle Tucker, as he'll take a look at a curveball that misses wide for ball 1. Garcia has proven to be a guy that throws strikes coming out of the pen and doesn't walk a lot of batters.
Boyd, every manager and pitching coach, Matty V, they love to bring a guy in that they know one thing. He's going to throw strikes and not beat himself, and this guy is certainly not afraid to attack the strike zone.
Fouled off again, and now he's in a 1-2 hole.
Looked like he was cheating a heater right there. A little bit too far out in front. Gotta find a way to keep his hands back.
The 1-2 pitch. Off the plate that time and a little high. It's even at 2-2. Now this is on the ground to first. We'll see if they can get two. There's one on to first as they get the double play to get him out of the inning. So no runs on one base hit, no errors, and no one left on. We'll look ahead to inning number 8 now. The Astros on top, 9-3. Aledmys Diaz will remain in the game at second base after coming on as a pinch hitter in the last half inning.
Number 16, Aledmys Diaz.
Peter Solomon has been summoned from the bullpen as he'll do so to start the 8th.
Peter Solomon.
Raul Garcia is also into the game as he takes over at short. Ferrar Encarnacion is going to be asked to get things going here as a lead off the top of the 8th. Wheels and deals. Here's the first pitch. Late that time for a strike. Swing and a miss, and he's quickly in the hole. 0-2. Good job of holding up on the low ball there, and it's 1-2.
Man, that's a good take there on that 0-2 fastball just missed. He must have a really good eye at the plate.
Misses, ball 2. And that misses there, so he runs the count full now.
From 0-2 to 3-2, what a great at bat to start this inning off. Hey, this could be a productive inning.
Now the payoff pitch home is swung on and missed. He got him on strikes.
Classic slider down and away for the strikeout there. Not a whole lot to say about that pitch that hasn't been said a million times already. That's just a real tough pitch for a hitter to pick up out of a pitcher's hand, so they end up chasing when they're in protect mode.
Lewin Diaz will come on as a pinch hitter to try and make an impact with one away. Ready to deliver. Here comes the first pitch. Swing and a liner. That gets down, and he's got himself a base hit.
Look at him jump all over that first pitch, using aggression to get himself a knock through the right side.
Ryan Anderson.
Monte Harrison will be summoned off the bench here as he'll pinch hit with a runner at first and one gone in the inning.
Monte Harrison.
From the belt, kicks and deals. And he'll take strike one on the fastball, registering at 93 that time. That's in there, and he's deep in the hole now. 0-2. Now the Astros have somebody up in the bullpen as a right-hander has started to warm up out there. Set to deliver on 0-2. Here it comes. And now here's the ball hit pretty well out toward right center field. And this will be just what the manager ordered as he's off the bench with extra bases. And they'll have runners at second and third following the one-out double.
And I think that may have been a situation where the runner on first was waiting to see if the ball was going to get down or not. If there were 2 outs, he most likely scores there. Instead, he has to hold at third. Can't really fault him for that, though.
Into the box, Garrett Cooper, as the first pitch to him is off the plate for a ball. 1-0. A hit in 2 at-bats for him at this point in the ballgame. The 1-0 home.
Hey, that was a big pitch right there. You fall behind 2-0, you give this hitter count leverage. He probably tries to ambush a fastball. 1-1 count. He's got to really think through this and have a great game plan.
The 1-2 misses for the second ball. Diaz at third, Harrison at second with one away. Grounded weakly down the line toward third. A play at the plate and not in time as the run scores.
Boy, so frustrating as a pitcher. Two-strike RBI base hit. The ball wasn't hitting very hard, D-Row, but from a hitter's perspective, you'll take it any way you can get it.
Yeah, in today's day and age where everyone's looking to go deep and can go deep, not many guys have a legitimate two-strike approach. This is one of those players, and that's exactly what he did. Shortened his stroke a little bit, didn't try and do too much, and came through for the team.
He's hitless in 3 at-bats to this point. The 0-1 pitch. Chopped now to short. Can they get 2? To second for 1. Over to Gurriel for an inning-ending double play. Marlins forced to settle for 1. Home half of the 8th straight ahead. Astros lead this one 9-4. Ferrar Encarnacion will stick around as he'll take over in right field.
Now playing right field, number 64.
Braxton Garrett is on to pitch out of the bullpen in the bottom half of the 8th.
Number 60, Braxton.
Joe Dunand will also enter as he takes over at third
number
base.
62, Joe Dunand.
Lewis Brinson is also into the ball game as he'll assume duties in left field. Bottom of the inning now, and next to bat will be the first baseman, Yuli Gurriel.
The first baseman,
and the pitch.
Gurriel.
Below the knees, 1 ball, no strikes. Right-hander starts to loosen out in the bullpen now. And a fastball here that's taken for ball 2. Three and 0 now.
It's been a great job so far by the 8-hole hitter. If he finds a way to get on base, this could spell for a huge inning.
And this is taken here for ball 4. So the leadoff man's on base to kick off the home 8th.
Well, that is definitely not the way to start an inning. One thing to give up a walk, but to do it on 4 pitches is pretty alarming. He looks a little thrown off right now.
So the next to bat will be Jason Castro. He was sat down on strikes in his last at-bat.
Yeah, he's got to put that one behind him, especially with runners in scoring position. Those punch-outs will stick with you a little longer.
In tight here with the first pitch fastball that's 1-0.
And when you're already down 5, the last thing you want to do is fall behind in the count when you're on the mound. That's not going to do anything to help you get back into this thing.
The 1-0 delivery. High in the air and drifting out to shallow center. Sierra's under it. And he hauls it in for the first out of the inning. Taylor Jones will come on as a pinch hitter.
Number 28, Taylor Jones. This game for the Marlins. Now playing left field, number 28, Taylor Jones.
First offering. Swung on and missed. It's 0-1. From the stretch. And he turns this one around high and deep to center field. Sierra is back to the track as he takes it for out number 2. Chas McCormick will look for some 2-out magic here as he'll pinch hit with 2 gone and a runner at first.
Number 6, Chas McCormick.
From the belt, kicks and deals. Oh, 1 count. Here's the pitch. He takes the changeup the other way out toward right center. And this is going to find some real estate out there as he comes through off the bench with extra bases. And he's in safely to third. As also on the play, a run comes across to score.
Number 44.
Nice job adding to their lead
hitter.
right there. He'll find a way to get all the way around to third on the triple. And with it, this becomes a 6-run ball game.
Freudis Nova will be charged with the job of getting that guy home as he'll pinch hit with 2 gone and a runner at third. Now the first pitch. And that misses, ball 1.
Ball
2-0.
This inning really feels like it's getting away from him out there. As a reliever, you can't let that happen. Nothing you can do about what's already happened, and it's only going to get worse if you're not focusing on the guy in the batter's box.
Looked like he tried to pull it there, but he swings right through the fastball. Swing and a liner. But this will be a foul ball as that evens things at 2-2. Has a look, now the pitch. And a fastball swung on and missed, and the side is retired. Astros forced to settle for only the 1 run. 9th inning coming up. The Astros lead it 10-4. Taylor Jones will stay in the ballgame now and take over in left field.
Now playing left field. Number 28.
Chas McCormick is the new center fielder after coming on as a pinch hitter during the last half inning. Brandon Bielak comes on from the pen, hoping to finish this one off here in the top of the 9th.
Brandon Bielak.
So now into the box is Jorge Alfaro. No hits in 3 tries so far. He's struck out once. Here's the first pitch. 9th inning underway now as the first pitch is taken for a cold strike.
Hey, there's an old saying in baseball, you need to take a strike in this spot. Well, he got one there. Now he just needs to find a way to get on.
Lays off the circle change there, a ball and a strike. Action in the bullpen now as a right-hander begins to throw out there. Now the 1-1 pitch. Lofted in the air out toward right center. Tucker waits on it, looks it into his glove, and there's one gone.
Now back.
So next to bat will be Jazz Chisholm. Ready to deal. Here comes the first pitch. A ball and 2 strikes now. Changes up on him, but that's in the dirt for a ball.
When a pitcher puts you in the proverbial rocking chair like he's doing right now, you have to take a deep breath. You can't start trying to guess along with him. Trust your fundamentals and stay on that fastball.
The 2-2 one more time. Isan Diaz waits on deck. Ready now with the payoff pitch. Swing and a miss on the changeup, and there are 2 gone. Next to stand in is Isan Diaz. He delivered an RBI single in his last trip. Infield in the overshift here. Now the pitch. Barring any late turnaround, this win would belong to Justin Verlander. Two out, nobody on. And it's a called strike to even the count at 1. And this one's up around the eyes, 2-1. Skied in the air to straightaway left. Left fielder giving chase. Makes the catch, and that's the ball game.
Well, the die was cast in the 3rd inning when they posted a bunch of runs. After that, they did everything they had to just to wrap up this victory.
10-4 the final in this game. Houston put a 10 spot on the scoreboard in this one. Justin Verlander earns the victory on the mound. Pablo Lopez was hit hard to the tune of 7 earned as he takes the loss. So that'll do it for us. For Mark DeRosa, Dan Plesac, Heidi Watney, and our entire crew, I'm Matt Vasgersian. You've been watching MLB The Show. For more, make your way over to the new website, theshow.com.